What happens to my home if I actually purchased it prior to marriage, but with my then fiance, now spouse? First and foremost, if you're thinking about buying a home during your engagement prior to marriage, my honest answer would be maybe tap the brakes until you actually get married. Anything purchased prior to marriage is likely to be considered separate property by the court. In this instance, if you were to purchase a home prior to your actual marriage, the family court is going to have a difficult, if not impossible, time divesting either person between their separate property interest in the home. As a reminder, anything that's purchased during the course of your marriage is presumed to be community property. By purchasing a home prior to marriage, you and your fiance are essentially creating a separate property interest equally in that home. Should you and your now spouse decide to get a divorce, it's unlikely that the family court judge has the ability to divide up your separate property interest because, again, that interest was created prior to your marriage. If this question is posed to a family court judge, it's likely that the judge is only going to be able to confirm your interest in that house as your separate property. So if you put some money into it, let's say $30,000, but your spouse put some money into it, let's say $60,000, the family court judge still doesn't have the ability to divide up those pieces of property amongst the two of you. It's more likely than not that the family court judge will shuffle you across the street to the civil courthouse and ask the civil court judge to divide up a tangible piece of property amongst two now non-married parties. As a reminder, effectively any question that you can ask your family attorney, the answer is going to be reach an agreement or go ask a judge. So even if the court doesn't necessarily have the ability to divest you of your separate property interest, if you and your soon-to-be ex-spouse decide amongst the two of you how that house is going to be divided, you certainly can do that. If you and your fiance are still dead set on purchasing the home, maybe your dream home, prior to the marriage, I'd likely recommend to enter into a partnership agreement. Within the partnership agreement, you and your fiance and to-be spouse can specifically state that y'all own individually 50% of that piece of property. And in the event of a dissolution of marriage, you can even include who you're going to list the property with and how the proceeds are going to be divided amongst the two of you. If you have any further questions or just need to chat with an attorney, feel free to contact our office by reaching out to us through our website at familytexas.com.